Welcome back, everybody. Sive here with the ForexPeaceArmy.com. Let's take a look at what's going on in the gold market. So actual situation has changed drastically since our recent discussion. And this change has no relation to some fundamental background, at least from the economical point of view, and not to the technical analysis. This is purely geopolitics, guys. And the performance that I see on the gold market just confirms this. Just a few minutes ago, we have prepared a video on euro currency, where you can see the solid demand for United States dollar. So all forex currency pairs are dropping, against the United States dollar. It's obvious just because investors are really nervous based on recent statement of the Donald Trump and his actual steps that he has done. And not only Donald Trump, his nearest standing person such as Hassett, Rubio. All of them tell that actual international law doesn't work anymore. They are not care about this. They are not care about United Nations and so on. They will do what they want. And actually, this is purely empirical type of the thoughts and statements. And lots of mess started rising around Latin America, Colombia, Cuba. Lots of different statements, and now actually they start speaking not only about some third side countries somewhere in the Middle East or somewhere parts in the Western world. Now it's speaking about the Greenland. Of course, that's not not to disturb the investors and in general markets and actually the countries. Everybody understands that if Donald Trump would like to take the Greenland, he will take it. And the European Union, of course, will not fight with them, and they will not turn to the hot war. But the precedent itself, it's worrying, and it's taking in consideration what's going on in Iran right now. So it makes that some hot stage of the geopolitical affairs are coming again. That makes investors to be cautious of this. They're buying dollars, and situation on the gold in the short term is also changing. So on this point of view, personally, currently, I wouldn't consider taking any short position by far. On the gold market, even with the existence of this bearish grabber currently, I wouldn't consider it. Especially based on the performance that we see on intraday charts and how sharp situation has changed yesterday. So yesterday it also might be the bearish grabber, but instead of that, market turns up. On the intraday performance, you also could see the drastic shift in the sentiment. So especially on the background of the rising dollar, it definitely points on the demand for the safe haven and rising of the geopolitical tensions. Here's what we have in fact. Currently, I would instead considering taking a long position with the first target that we have around the 45.15, which is XOP. But I wouldn't be surprised if we will keep going higher and trying to take out of this lows. Of this top. Once again, this performance of this week, it might be the bullish grabber on the weekly chart. We already talked about this, and I have shown you that this might be the grabber this week. Since today it's already Friday, and it's few hours until the closing of the week. Most probable that we will get it. Payrolls probably will be more or less normal, so ADP was around in expectations. Payrolls expected 66,000, so very probable that we will get something around it. If it will make no impact, here we will get the grabber, so just taken out of the stop. So that's drastically shifting and changing what we have here. Even the performance here on the hourly chart, it looks bullish. So yesterday we said that might be minor spikes around 44 area, but in general that's the point that we talked for bullish traders, and we said that if you would like to take the position, take it here. It's a great point for taking the longs, and you could place tight stop and you do not risk it a lot. And that has happened, so you can see the market just started upward action. Currently we are getting something like reverse hand shoulders on top. It's not perfect shape, but you could recognize it's very similar performance, which also makes it bullish. So from that standpoint of view, in the current circumstance, I either, if you're conservative, wait for starting of the next week, not taking position through the weekend, although through the weekend right now usually happening most interesting things. If you're brave enough and you're not really worried about this and ready to take this risk, maybe it makes sense to consider taking the long position somewhere in this area as well, with this upper direction and this pattern. So that in 2 words what we have on the gold. Let's see what will happen.